Hello, everyone. I will share my presentation with you. I will talk about one of our volunteering projects, which is called Island Birds. Why island birds? Because our volunteers are moving through different islands and some other places in Croatia. Basically, on this project, we host 4 volunteers for 10 months. And what is very specific about this project is that they change 6 locations during this project. This offers them a really different experience, maybe than the other, like most of other projects have, where the volunteers are not moving that much. And they spend a lot of time in nature protected areas, what is also very important. And they experience some things that we don't experience in our everyday life. And you will hear more in the next slides. So, like, first part of their stay, they spend on Lastovo, which is a really little island in the south of Croatia. And the main activity is seabird conservation. It consists of very little like other activities. But with this project, there is a really huge impact on the community and on nature protection. Why? Because of the local problem with rats. And it was shown that this year's project, like thanks to this project, we increased the population of chicks of the mentioned birds. I will not read them. I'm not a biologist, so feel free to read them. But the population increased for 100%. The work has really huge impact, not only on local community, but on nature conservation and biodiversity. So this is like one of our main values is biodiversity. And you can see that volunteers have really amazing time. I mean, they can discover one of the most beautiful places in Croatia. They really enjoy that time. After, like during their stay there, they're not working that much with local community. And this is a bit of minus for us. So we send them for 2 weeks or more where we cooperate with another association. And they were preparing environmental workshops and presentations. Unfortunately, there was COVID, so they couldn't hold it. But there is supposed to be bigger impact and sharing with really local community, what also contributes to like social life of another island where locals don't meet that many. They meet many tourists, that's true, but they don't talk maybe about all environmental issues and don't meet volunteers like ours. They also visited SIN, where is our office, another office. We have 2 offices. And for example, they could participate in the lynx release, which is another amazing project because the population of lynx decreased in Croatia. Actually, there are no lynx on Dinara mountain. They could really see little lynx, and that lynx is an animal that is hiding from people. So this is like for our volunteers, especially for one, it was maybe like the best experience in her life, probably, because who can see lynx except in the zoo? The second big part of their stay is on Cres, where they work with another endangered bird species, and that's griffin vultures. Here, there is a really big help to visitor center because they work as educators. They talk to tourists about the birds, the griffin vulture birds, and their population, which is living like now in Croatia only on that island and the little islands around. And they're really extinct, almost extinct, not only in Croatia, but in the whole world. They have also some practical experience with feeding the vultures, monitoring, rescuing, and so on. And then, like from there, they travel from time to time, not to be too bored on because they really spend a lot of time in very tiny places. But they travel to another nature protected area, which is Uchka Mountain, and they participate in our volunteering camps. Except gaining some bird-related skills, this is a very important place for volunteer coordination and spending time with others. Here, like we had over 180 volunteers, other volunteers who came to help in the camps. And I think it was a very special place for our volunteers because they could really share their experience from ESC experience, and they could talk to many young Croatians because most of visitors there are young people, as you can maybe see in the photos. They can really share what is the ESC, why they are here, how they're spending their time. And I think this is one of the best opportunities when they can motivate others to join the program. And also here, finally, they managed to lead the workshops they prepared before and also some other. So this is their huge contribution to community because it's not learning only for them, but they are sharing the knowledge they have and also for us because they prepared really lot of educational material. And finally, then finish in Zagreb. What is also, it was really short. They're finishing now, that's why I'm saying it was really short. But they did, again, very important things like bird watching tour and night wildlife tour. I find it especially important because they're in the capital and they can show to locals who live here that there is wildlife in Zagreb. It's, again, I think, huge impact on local community.
I'm Daniel Grebel, an NGO from Romania. We're based in southwest Romania, somewhere middle-sized to small city. We started this journey first with EVS, like in 2013. We had our first 5 volunteers. And since then, we developed and we experimented and we learned together with our volunteers a lot of things. What we learned, exactly what our colleagues said, that quality, it's not a recipe. There are some things, like in the food, some ingredients which you put to get a better quality for your work and activity for the volunteers. But still, it's up to the volunteer and what their expectation in order to realize at the end that yes, it was a good, very quality experience or a very bad one. Because we started from the point that we have the meeting at the beginning where we start and we discuss with our volunteers, which actually our volunteers, when they come, they're part of our team. And they're the ones doing mostly the practical things, connection with the community. And for us, they are very important. And as I said, we started with 5, and this year, until now, we had around 70 volunteers. Even if it's pandemic, this year we hosted 70 volunteers with short-term and long-term together. The proof for us that we are doing quality work is the fact that when we open a call in summer, in June, about a short-term volunteering project, 20 of the former volunteers of Nevoparodimos wanted to come back. And we had volunteers who made requests to the national agency to prolong their stages even more than 12 months. That we consider it that, okay, we offer a good quality experience because the quality, it's not just from the perspective of the national agency of the project. We think that the quality need to be also to have 3 levels. It's the impact of the volunteer learning and personal development. It's the impact on the community, which need to be something very real and measurable. When they leave back, they can say, thus it's what we made, exactly how our colleague from Croatia showed us, it's what they made. And also the impact on the NGO, because we are constantly developing and learning, and even more now with the COVID situation, we need to adapt and to learn to offer opportunities to the volunteers. And always, my opinion is that we need to learn to be flexible to the needs of the volunteers, because they are giving 1 year or some months of their life to us. That means we need to create a very good quality experience for them in order that they don't lose, between brackets, the time which they give it to us or to our community where we work. There are many components which are securing this quality thing. We learn to improve it. Each volunteer have his own mentor. We're using the teachers from the schools where the volunteers are working as mentors. We have a training developed for mentoring. Each mentor is trained each year. We have team buildings. Each round of the volunteer, when it's coming new, we make team buildings with the old ones. They need to be very good friends to work together. The language class, like at the beginning, it's twice, 3 times, how many times a week they need, even if they have the OLS. The OLS, it's good, but for sure that they will learn faster if we offer this opportunity. And many other like trainings on project writing. Just one example, 3 of our former volunteers, they're very good project writers. They're employed in Nevo right now, a Turkish, an Italian, and one Hungarian. They used to be volunteers in our NGO, and we propose them to get a job when they finish. There are many aspects and level of the quality which we can discuss, I just underline the most important parts.
We have project in traineeship and job. We start project in February this year, and guys realize 1 year project. Here is our practice and looking how start everything with this kind of project. We are Sport Club Beniaminek. We coming from north of Poland. Polish language is difficult how tell everybody, which we hosted volunteers and also abroad people. Everything in our organization started in 2003 because this year began our sports club. We have sports section like football, table tennis, kickboxing, and bridge is a card game. And about Erasmus Plus, so it started in 2015 to submitting application for accreditation. In our organization, everything starts from easy question: can I stay with you longer? Our volunteers have that they making and helping us in our organization. And they asking, so we try find some solution that give them a chance to cooperate with us longer. In this idea that we are sport club, we decided that connecting sport activity and also Polish workers law, because we applicate for jobs, kind of projects. Right now, we may submit application to October 2019. This round was open to a national agency. And we decided to connect football training, physical education in kindergarten, because we also cooperate with kindergarten in our local society. And also we organize international tournaments. So we want that they also help us making this. And also and we submit how in previous that submission deadline was 1st of October 2019. This time we submit our first project. Right now in this last open course, we also submit second project in this part of European Solidarity Corps, and we're waiting for scores and results. This project realized one Spanish man and one Turkish man. They helping this, what I tell in previous. At the beginning, we organize meeting. We share with them what we want from them. Also share with them with a schedule from first week, and then every week we organize meeting to contact with them what happened, what was wrong, what they making, what was good, and also give them next thing to do for next part of week or next week, 2 weeks. Sometimes depends about situation. Here are some photo what they are doing. Is that helping during training. Here is some photo from kindergarten, because also that right now kindergarten is for us like close. Also in Poland, children in age under 5 years old normally going to school. The rest have like online learning. Here that they helping organize tournaments, see out exchange, and also another event, sport events, or Erasmus Run was in Poland last time, and we also participate in it. Also their passion that they have possibility with animal, also playing in our senior football teams, visiting country, also participating games. How you can see this part of photo that our Spanish volunteer right now worker also was in national game in Warsaw. And this is our social media. When you have time, you can looking everything what happened in our club, because our like social media in this COVID time is actual, if I can tell like that.